What is up, party people? Welcome back to another video. We got 11.1 Discipline Priest coming up here next. The PTR just came out yesterday. I did cover Druid already. If you do want to check it out, make sure you check out my channel. But we are going to talk about the Discipline Priest today because there is one talent I did not know because it wasn't in the patch notes that has got me the most excited to play this class. So let's get into it. I'll explain it all. So first and foremost, we do want to talk about the new talents. Okay, so they really revamped this new tree a bit in terms of the spec tree, right? No changes in the class tree, but in the spec tree, you know, we'll start off with the big one here. No rapture, right? So no rapture is that going to be a big deal? It is replaced with evangelism in its spot, and then the one below it that was improved rapture. Basically, this is your atonements from powered shield last 4 seconds longer. Evangelism, I thought it wasn't good. I thought it, like, because I've known how it was in the past. It was like more like a raid talent, and especially in PvP, you didn't really use it at all. But I do think there's going to be use for this because I didn't realize how buffed it is in PvP. So it is 2.7 million in PvE, but if I do put myself in combat here, 5.8 million. So this is an instant cast 5.8 million heal that will heal all allies split between who has atonement on them. So if they have 3 atonement, we're going to divide that out, so it's like just under 2 million on all 3 targets. Instant cast. So just it's nice to have that, right? It's like an NS that you don't have to like prep or anything like that. And if you do happen to only have atonement on one target, that's a 6 million heal on just one target, which can just top them. It's like a lay on hands almost. So that is a really interesting talent to see, and I think we'll end up just taking it because there's really not much else that's super competitive with it. When it comes to the Purge of the Wicked being removed, the new Shadow Word Pain talents basically make it the same thing. They're just trying to make it not as confusing, I guess. So you have your Shadow Word Pain does spread the same exact way. You push Shadow Word Pain, you spread it. That's it, nothing to it. And the damage basically comes out to be exactly the same. It's pretty much no different. When it comes to talents down here, so Inner Focus and Divine Aegis, these are pretty cool. It's a new talent. So now Flash Shield, Power Shield, Penance, Powered Radiance, and Powered Life have a 20% increased chance to critically heal. Okay, so they increase chance of critical heal, and when they critically heal, we're absorbing 30 direct crit heals create a 30% absorb shield of that time of whatever was healed. So if I, you know, hit myself a bit here, something's surely supposed to crit here. The Divine Aegis is there, and it's gonna be getting. It's a pretty nice chunky, you know, heal baseline, especially if you're just spamming heals all the time. You know, it's up to 1 million there, and it just keeps stacking up. So it's really nice because no one plays crit, especially in PvP. We don't play crit at all, so this is going to be a nice little buffer to just our healing overall. And then Divine Aegis just feels like it actually has some use because currently you don't play crit, so it doesn't feel like it does anything. Otherwise, down here on the bottom, they did move around ult dependence and whatnot, but when it comes to the points you take, it's probably going to be pretty much the same. Nothing changed over here. This is all the same stuff here. They did change the Void Summoner so that it is not affected, no longer affected by Smite. So you can't, they basically got rid of the CDR. They got rid of Train of Thought. I think I have my other thing open here. They got rid of Train of Thought, and they got rid of the Smite on Void Summoner to chill with the CDR, which it's probably a good thing, showing you the new PvP talent that they added in. It's probably a good thing that they did that because otherwise these might get a little bit crazy. So that's it for the changes here that I can know of. I know they buffed Luminous Barrier, but I imagine it's still not going to be as good. But yeah, that's all the changes here. There was one Void Weaver change, or sorry, one Oracle change that is pretty massive, and unfortunately for someone like myself who likes to play Void Weaver, I don't think there's any reason to ever play Void Weaver now because of this one talent, which is super disappointing, but it is called Twin Sight. So 3 additional Penance Bolts are fired at an enemy within 46 yards when healing an ally with Penance, or fired at an ally when damaging with Penance. What that basically means is when I heal with Penance, oh, hold on, I gotta be in combat with something. When I heal with Penance, it also does damage. It shoots an additional 3 bolts, which is, it only shoots 4 bolts to begin with. I'm not Void Weaver, that's why it's not working. You dumbass. So yeah, this is essentially like a 50% buff to, or 100% buff, right? Almost 75% buff, 75% buff to Penance in a way. So it shoots out both, and it is full effect. Okay, so you're shooting full effect penances. So now you don't have to decide whether to use it offensively or defensively. It just always does it. Not a fan of this. Really not a fan of this. That was kind of the whole like fun of it, of like trying to, you know, choose between using it for offense or defense. Well, actually, really quick, does it spread? I'm curious, does it spread? Oh my god, come on! I gotta get it to hit the right target. If it also spreads you, like if you use it on an ally. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't spread your. So you're pretty much you're gonna want to use it offensively to spread the Purge of the or the Shadow or Pains, most likely still, because then you also get the benefit of healing with it. So that change alone is going to be a massive buff to Oracle. Unfortunately, so Oracle is not the choice in PvE. That's why it's getting buffed. Void Weaver is really good in PvE. This is why it keeps getting shit on in PvP, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. There was one talent though that will give you hope to play Void Weaver, and I will certainly try it out, but we will see how things turn out here. So when it comes to the PvP talents, so a couple cool things that they've added here, right? So we have Archangel and Dark Archangel that are now passives, so that it's just completely embedded into another ability. So when you Archangel, when you press Evangelism healing is increased by 30%, so you can buff that 5.8 million by another 30%. Oh my gosh. And Evangelism increases the healing absorption of your healing and your absorption fetch by 20% for 15 seconds. So this is a massive healing throughput talent to take. Dark Arc, kind of same concept. Mindbender being also cast Dark Arc on your allies. So get it, but they did nerf it down to 10% down from 15 because you are going to get CDR on this via Void Summoner. So it's actually a good thing they nerfed it. I think it might have been a little bit crazy, but being able to buff your entire team every, you know, if you count the CDR in there, every like 45 to 40 seconds, or if you're playing Oracle with the Insight, you could actually probably get it down to 30 seconds, is pretty crazy to be able to do for your team. And I think that's it in terms of the other talents. And then the big one, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't put this in the patch notes, but Trinity, they finally changed it after like, what, 4 years of it being completely useless. So Trinity this seems crazy, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Atonements increase durations by 10 seconds. Okay, baseline. So your atonements are lasting if you combine it with, I think there's a talent in here with extra 4 seconds, and if you are Oracle with this talent as well, you're looking at like 32 to 34 second atonements. You are like never going to have to refresh these dang things, man. I mean, you're gonna it's going to be really, really nice. And at the same time, when you have 3 or more allies with Atonement, Smite, Penance, and Void Blast have a 30% reduced cast time. 30% reduced. So that is bringing your Smite down to, if you are playing with some haste, it is going to bring it down to 0.7 to 0.8 second cast, with the Penance around 1 second. So let me just show you what that looks like. So I'm going to put these, so I got my 3 Atonements up. And, wait, hold on. Gotta get my Atonement on myself. These guys got Atonement. So this is the speed we're looking at. So, you know, if you are playing Void Weaver, you can pop this, super fast penances, and these are the speeds of the Void Blasts. And your haste is only gonna get higher. That's kind of scary. You know, if you're playing Borrowed Time too. And again, you know, you combine it with this talent here. Smite extends your duration of an active tone by 3 seconds. You can just keep all these Smites up for crazy, man, and just stand still and just spam cast all this stuff. Your penances are fast. These Void Blasts are literally 1 second, right? Or less than a second, 0.7 seconds. Really, 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 really fast. I think it's going to be really cool to play with. And it's also going to be nice because a lot of people do not play haste. And this is going to give you the feeling of playing haste without having to play haste. Because your GCDs are technically get quicker. This is going to basically mean that you don't need to play haste in 3s or shuffle, at least. Because in 2s, this Trinity's not going to work unless there's a pet. Unless you're playing with like a BM Hunter or something with a consistent pet that you can put on Atonement. So otherwise, you're not going to end up playing that. But if you combine that with Void Weaver, or not Void Weaver, Oracle, you're getting some machine gun looking penances coming out at you. Because, hold on. Let me get everything going there. We all have Atonement? Okay. So if I press Mindbender and I press Mind Blast, and then I'm gonna decide to PI with Insight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 30-second cooldown on Mindbender as well. And all those penances are triggering your Inescapable Torment. And now you can probably understand why they got rid of what's the one? What's it called? Train of thought with all that CDR, because this would just be absolutely ridiculous to be able to cast like this all the time, and you would have the most CDR ever. So Mind Bender's already back up. That was probably like what, like 20 seconds or something like that. And obviously most people don't play Mind Bender with Oracle, but and that just really that penance alone is, unfortunately, I'm really sad about that because I really want to play Void Weaver, but that penance alone I think is gonna just blow Void Weaver out of the water. But yeah, some exciting stuff to coming through here. So Trinity is, I was like okay about this stuff, but then adding Trinity just like makes me really want to play this now, because this is like something that should have been in the game forever. And if you are playing without Ultimate Radiance, which would be nice. So when I play Void Weaver, I don't play Radiance, but you can manage it without playing it in Oracle as well. You can free up another talent here, and being able to play Archangel or Dark Arc is going to be pretty massive in terms of healing or damage. So really exciting stuff coming for this. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below, or any other healers you do want me to check out. Appreciate you watching. Have a good day. Peace.